The meeting started. Call meeting order. Member stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, can we get a roll call, please?
Brandon Earl.
Here.
Andrea Kreifel. Present. Jason Newberry.
Here.
Jessica Seeliger.
Here.
Robert White.
Here.
Pat Zika.
Here.
Okay. Next up, adoption of the agenda.
I'll move to adopt the agenda.
Okay, got a motion. I get a second.
Second.
Got a second. All those in favor, we'll do a roll call vote.
Brandon Earl.
Yes.
Andrea Kreifel.
Yes.
Jason Newberry.
Yes.
Jessica Seeliger.
I'm assuming you said my name, yes.
Robert White.
Here.
Pat Zika.
Yes.
Recognition of patrons and staff.
Nobody this evening.
Okay.
Or today, this afternoon. Sorry.
First action and only action item: the Board of Education vacancy.
Yes, so reached out to KSB regarding the resignation for the board member that was received last week. And so I sent to you the vacancy public notice that is required to be in the paper for 15 days. And so sent that off to the paper. That will be published tomorrow, assuming the board approves that to be published. And so just need action on that public notice today. If the board is comfortable with that, then that will be out there. It has to be out to the community for at least 15 days before the board can take any action. And then the district would also be putting an advertisement out to or a notice out that specifically asks, depending on how the board wants to do it. Our thought was, because Russ is the board clerk, to have any interested parties that were interested in the appointment of that position to reach out to Russ, and then Russ could let the board know the list of names of anybody who was interested in being appointed to that term, which looks like now it'll be about 2.5 years, depending on when the board obviously makes the appointment. So one thing that the board needs to know is this is an elected position, and so everything has to be done in open session. There is no executive session work for elected positions. So if you guys get your list of names, if you choose to do interviews or anything like that, that will all need to be done in open session. And so it's really the board can handle it however you choose to lead up to your appointment decision. So you just need to guide us and however we can support you in that, but it will all need to be an open session. So that is the information I received.
I remember when Tom Byler and Roger Stovall both Tom moved to Wichita and Roger wanted to run for mayor. Those were two vacancies I remember.
Yeah.
I wasn't on the board, but I remember sitting out in the audience when they were interviewing people.
Jason, do you have any questions?
So a couple. So actually, the action today is just for the publication, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
As far as the steps or the direction or the way the board wants to go about filling this, whether that's like you said, open interviews or whatever, that is still kind of to be determined, right?
Yes, I mean, unless you guide us today and within discussion within this action item on how you want that done, what we need at least is to make sure that we know if somebody's interested where that goes. Like I said, our recommendation to you would be for it to go to your board clerk, and then Russ could get those names to you. And then however the board wants to do the process after that, then you guys can discuss that and decide how you want to do that. It just all has to be an open session. So.
And then one other quick little point, Adam. So just curious, I mean, this is not something that KSB is recommending that we hold a special election for or anything like that. I feel like this is an appointment by the board,
correct.
Not necessarily a special election.
That is correct. It is actually in state statute that if the resignation happens after May 1st of the timeline here within where the position was. After May 1st of the second year, then the board does an appointment, is what it says. If the resignation would have happened prior to May 1st, I think there was a different action that had to take.
Right. My question, I guess, on that is, was there consideration, or what's that statute? I didn't look at the dates on the statute. I apologize, but what's that statute adjusted for when the election got moved to November instead of July.
That is the current statute that that KSB legal sent me when I requested information on this. So I'm assuming it is
So
the up to
one
date.
would think they would have made that adjustment.
I assume that they made that determination. Yes.
Can we double check that?
Sure. Absolutely.
Anything else, Jason?
I don't think so. Thanks, Brandon.
Yep. Jessica, do you have any questions?
Nope, I think nope. I'm good.
Anyone else have any questions?
I didn't look at the calendar. There's 15 days before our next board meeting, right?
Yes, there is.
So is there any, we just kind of know the path, there's nothing, we don't need more discussion later, it's just that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Put it out
Or
there for
you
2 weeks.
you guys can tell us how you want it set up. So if you want it at the next board meeting, if you want to set a special board meeting to discuss this before your next board meeting, the dates on that are, I believe 2 weeks is 14 days, and it has to be 15 days. So 2 weeks from
The third,
tomorrow is the publication date. So 2
Oh,
weeks from that
yeah.
is
fourth.
okay. So around the 4th of July. So if you want to have a special meeting or something like that post prior to your
Next
July
one.
board meeting to discuss this further, then you're welcome to. It's really however the board would chooses to do it. So
But the public won't be, they won't know that we want applications until after the 15 days, is that right?
no, we when you publish this
Yeah.
notice to the community in the paper tomorrow, then we will send out that you want names.
Okay, I thought I misunderstood you.
You just can't appoint anybody
Oh, yeah.
for
Yeah.
15
So
days.
they'll know when that gets out there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the board can't appoint anybody until it's been published for 15 days. So however process you want to run in that is, we will support you.
We got big decisions coming up in July and August, so I feel like it's important that we get somebody, a replacement, as soon as possible.
Mhm. Okay. Anyone else have any questions? Okay, then we need a motion to approve them to post this.
So moved.
Okay, we got a motion. Can I get a second?
Second,
We got a second.
Jason.
Can I get a roll call vote, please?
Brandon Earl,
Yes.
Andrea Kreifels,
Yes.
Jason Newberry,
Yes.
Jessica Seeliger,
Yes.
Robert White,
Yes.
and Pat Zika.
Yes.
Okay. That's
So Russ is where you want the names to go?
Yep.
And then get that out to you?
Yep.
And then any discussion on anything else for now, or do you just want to hold a Brandon call meeting later?
Do we wanna have a special meeting,
we probably,
like July the 7th?
we have our meeting on the 8th, which
Isn't it-
is part of the bond,
Or can we, well, we can't add it to that because that's a planning
Right.
session.
so we can do
Yeah,
7.
I think we gotta be careful discussing anything else that's not on the agenda since it's a special meeting.
Correct. I guess we'll send out and see if the 7th works for everyone. We'll send out some dates. Just get back with Adam about the next meeting before we can appoint someone.
Sounds good.
All right, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Meeting's
Thank
adjourned.
you.
Thanks everyone for coming.